morning, good afternoon, good evening, London News. I decided to put a video together as I promised from that one I made a few minutes ago. It's all done on the same day, and this I hope to have up on the weekend. It's about crime. Now, crime is rampant, not only here in Melbourne, as you will see with Channel 7 and Channel 9. That's just 1 week, and what's happening here, gun crimes, murders, stabbings, and it's nationwide. All the other states are the same, some are worse. But Melbourne is pretty bad, and people say, why don't the police do something? Well, the police are understaffed. I think it's 700 or 800 police short. Stations are closed down. So let's not point the finger at the police, because remember, the one finger forward, three pointing back. It's our fault. We keep voting politicians in that, masquerade as government and masquerade as politicians. And it's got to stop. So there's where the blame lies. And it's not just Australia, it's a worldwide problem. It's organised chaos, and it's meant to happen. Crime is an industry. Everybody makes money except the victims, and God knows there are a lot of victims. And it's not going to stop till we stop voting clowns into our criminals, potential criminals, yet to be convicted to cover us. And some of them have been convicted in a common law court, which of course, we need more help on that one. That's another story. But we have to do something about this, and we have to start. Now, the libertarians, now I was a member of that, and I do support them to a certain degree, but I think that, and One Nation, whether you like them or not, it's the only hope we have of getting rid of the two major parties. Remember the so-called preferred, and I always wanted to know who prefers them, because I don't, because they're both, left and right wing of the same bird, right? So you've got to get rid of them. We have to bring in like libertarians and One Nation, or whatever you want to call them, somebody like that whose genuine interest is in helping Australia. But this crime will not stop. The Greens, of course, they're the biggest problem of the lot, and they're all targeted in one brush. So for God's sake, look at this video about crime, and just remember that it's not just Melbourne, it's everywhere. It's Ireland, it's England, the United States. And until November, with a bit of luck, things may change, and that's again another story. I can't say anything about that, because I've got to be careful what I say, because remember, the truth can get you into a lot of trouble. Anyway, before I go any further, please support the common law court. I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment, but please God, get a new valve. Things will change a bit, and I'll start running some more court cases and stuff and helping people out. Now I get a lot of emails, and I can't help everybody because of I just don't have the wind. Anyway, London News sign off. Please subscribe. Press that old button and subscribe. It's not that hard. Sometimes it's logging in is a pain in the bum. But anyway, London News signing off. Share, guys. At the end of every video, there's information where you can contact us, and we will do our best to help us. We need a lot more volunteers in the future. And oh, by the way, that UK bank, will be ready by the end of this month, and I'll let you know about it if all turns out really well for me. Okay, London News sign off. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and spread the word. And the other video that I hope you've seen by now about banking, it's really all coming together, and information and knowledge is the answer. Bye for now.
Cornered in a car park, these two refuse to give up quietly.
How are you going to get out of it?
We're going to have to run.
Planning their getaway even as police drew their weapons.
Go, 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 baby, go.
The wannabe thieves took off in an allegedly stolen Mercedes, weaving through trams.
You're right, babe, you're right.
I know, I'm just getting away from it for us. Now, how's that for driving, darling?
And speeding through numerous red lights across Melbourne's inner northern suburbs.
Get me away.
Good driving or not?
Good boy, get me away.
The chase played out over 7 dangerous minutes.
We're going to get out and run.
Not yet.
I've got a flat, we have to.
You got a flat?
I'll pop the tyre down.
Pedestrians stopped in their tracks to avoid becoming collateral damage.
Are they still coming?
I don't know.
Hyping themselves up.
That was mad driving, darling.
Yeah, calm down, you're right, just keep driving.
That was wicked driving, baby. How the
up.
We're nearly then, darling.
Oh, yourself.
With police in pursuit,
We're not going to be able to drive it around. They're tracking it.
Okay, well, we need to get it somewhere where we can get out and get on a tram or something straight away.
the driver and his female passenger forced through traffic,
Mate, lucky I got out of there like I did. Not one scratch on the car.
thinking they'd shaken police.
Turn this way.
No.
Sorry.
But moments later,
Did they come our way?
Here they come.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We're in a chase?
Yeah.
the pair was arrested on Monday and taken to hospital under police guard with minor injuries. The driver of the Ford Ranger they crashed into escaped unharmed. A 40-year-old Dandenong man was charged with reckless conduct and a number of driving offences. His 28-year-old female passenger was charged with theft of a motor vehicle.
I'd be thinking this can drive.
Tyra Stowers, 7 News.
A new police operation is on the way to make Melbourne city streets safer for families. Tyra Stowers has the latest. Hello, Tyra. Business owners are fed up.
Well, Beck, workers in Melbourne CBD are terrified to go to work out of fear they'll be attacked. Shop owners say it's an issue they face daily and they're demanding the state government to step in. Assaulted and abused at work, businesses in the CBD have had enough.
People are not going to dine here because they can see the crime. They can see druggies, they can see troublemakers, shouting, yelling.
Johnny Sandish has owned Espresso Mondo on De Grave Street for over a decade. He says his cafe comes face to face with crime, drug-fuelled violence and antisocial behaviour daily.
To my own shop, I'm scared. I never seen like this before.
That's because crime right across the city has increased. Data from the Crime Statistics Agency shows police recorded more than 21,000 offences in the year ending March 2024, compared to just under 20,000 the previous year.
Stealing, they've tried like chickens and some drink as well.
The retail crime wave continues this year and it's been very intense.
Victoria Police have told 7 News the CBD is patrolled by hundreds of officers each day and at all hours, focusing their presence at Elizabeth and Flinders Streets to deter any antisocial behaviour.
I think we need police patrolling in this area frequently.
Victoria Police will launch Operation Stand next month, increasing patrols.
When there is a call for distress by retailers, that they have the assistance and quick assistance from the authorities.
Tyra Stowers, 7 News.
Panicked shoppers have run for cover as shots were fired on a violent night in Melbourne's north. Families were forced to shelter inside at a restaurant in Epping Plaza after 2 people were slashed with machetes.
Pacific Epping Shopping Centre turned into a crime scene. Detectives bagging a machete and a gun casing.
They had a gunshot in the food court and they ran out from the food court all the way down there. They attacked the glue train as well. They tried to attack someone.
2 gangs armed with knives faced off near the food court around 8 last night. Firing a gun, the violence spilling out into the car park.
They hit him in the arm and the neck. And he was bleeding. He ran all the way down there.
Young families out for dinner were forced to run for cover.
Everybody is scared and they're threatened, and then there's all the kids running around and they just want to be safe. That's why everybody is jumping into the restaurant.
The thugs managed to flee before police arrived. A 16-year-old boy and 22-year-old man both presented to hospital with injuries.
And I seen attacking him, like attacking, very bad.
Like viciously?
Yeah, it's an attack, like to kill.
Centre management say it's ramped up security numbers after last night's assault. Staff are now pushing for additional police patrols in the area to help reassure the community. There's been at least 5 knife attacks in shopping centres across Melbourne in the past 2 months.
Nowhere is safe anymore. They should be putting the police in every mall nowadays.
Geordie Wright, 7 News.
New data has revealed exactly which Melbourne suburbs are being hardest hit by aggravated burglaries. State political reporter Chanel Vella has the details. Chanel, the southeast is faring the worst.
Mitch, the number of aggravated burglaries across Victoria is up 29% from 4,558 in 2022 to 5,887 last year. Berwick in Melbourne's southeast tops the list with 93 home invasions. Glen Waverley, Dandenong and Pakenham are also among the hotspots for violent thugs. In the west, it's St Albans. Brighton, which claims the headlines thanks to Rebecca Judd's social media advocacy, comes in at number 16 on the list with 45 aggravated burglaries. Of all the locations in the state, though, Mildura in the far northwest tops the list with 126 home invasions last year. The RACV recommends residents ensure their doors, windows and garages are locked to make sure valuables are kept out of sight. Mitch.
Chanel Vella, thank you.
Bizarre attempt at insurance fraud has unravelled thanks to a driver's dash cam. A staged accident on a quiet Western Sydney street, now the subject of potential police investigation.
Travelling down Barnier Drive in Quakers Hill, it's like any other Wednesday, but that's about to change. The driver slows down as a woman approaches, walking over to the vehicle before laying down on the road. The male with her pulls out his phone and begins filming.
How incredibly dangerous and incredibly stupid a thing to do.
Neighbours shocked by what's unfolded outside their door.
That is concerning because if someone is lying down on a road, that is not safe at all.
Strange and dangerous behaviour that could have had a far worse outcome.
Thankfully, the driver was driving in a way that meant that he could easily stop safely. That's not always, of course, going to happen.
In the eyes of the law, this sort of act is considered fraud and comes with serious consequences.
They could actually lose their own insurance that they have, whether it's be income protection or life insurance.
Dash cams are becoming increasingly popular, with some car makers now offering vehicles with dash cam functionality built in. Now this is valuable not only for insurance claims, but police investigations as well.
As for this incident, police haven't ruled out an investigation. Zoe Martin, 7 News.
A young doctor has been identified as the victim of an aggravated burglary in Melbourne's northeast. The 33-year-old has been remembered as humble and loving after he was found dead in a Doncaster street.
Floral tributes and a message from a friend where 33-year-old Ashley Gordon was left for dead. The Monash University graduate was a well-respected cosmetic clinician. He owned a business in Richmond and had previously worked as a GP in Box Hill. His friend told 7 News Ash was one of the most humble guys you could meet. He was always up for a chat and meeting new people. He was dearly loved by many. A close friend and colleague also saying he's always been such a driven and caring guy. I'm overwhelmed that he is now gone in such horrifying circumstances.
That can happen to me, to anybody, yeah. It's very scary.
Homicide Squad detectives were called out to Eildon Street at 5:30 yesterday morning after his body was found less than a kilometre from his home, where he lived with roommates for the past 4 years. Police say he was the victim of a violent home invasion and robbery just moments earlier. Residents have told 7 News they're living in fear after thieves targeted 2 other homes in recent weeks. Police say there's no evidence to suggest the incidents are linked.
I'm shocked and scary, yeah. Very concerned. Been living here for many, many years and, yeah, it's really worried.
Homicide Squad detectives are still trying to piece together what happened and why. Ainsley Kosh, 7 News.
Fresh data released this morning from the Australian Bureau of Statistics has revealed that Queensland is the nation's crime capital. We cross live to Jordan Bissell, who's in Brisbane. Jordan, morning to you. So this won't come as a surprise for Queenslanders.
That's right, Mon. It feels like at the moment every Queenslander has either been a victim of crime or knows someone who has been. Let's just take a look at those statistics now. We've seen almost 300,000 people in the last year. That's a 13% increase for victims to crime, although that also includes, obviously, those crimes that go unreported. Now, in 2023, 111 people were the victims of homicide. That includes murder and manslaughter, and almost 60,000 people across the state were assaulted. There were almost 50,000 break-ins as well, and other kinds of theft numbered more than 150,000 incidents, which is a huge 20% increase on the last year. We also saw more than 18,000 vehicle thefts, much of that obviously the result of youth crime, particularly in our state's north. And this comes as the Auditor-General has released a damning report into the state government's handling of our ongoing youth crime crisis, saying that proper data hasn't actually been captured to show how various programs to address the issue have been effective or not. Now, this troubling numbers also come as a woman has been identified as the latest alleged domestic violence murder victim. Police say the woman in her 50s de facto partner allegedly stabbed her multiple times in the lower torso near Innisfail before taking her car and crashing it on the Bruce Highway on Friday afternoon. Mon will have more on these worrying figures in the next hour.
Yeah, they're really shocking, aren't they? All right, thanks so much, Jordan.